It's already April, and I don't know about you, but I'm due for a vacation. Yet, with the inflation hitting everywhere, what does this mean for our spring and summer getaways? Here with tips on how to make travel affordable this year is personal finance expert Bobby Rebel. Bobby, please tell me you're on the same boat as me and wanting to get away for a little vacay time.
Oh, Desiree, I think we are all on the same boat. And you said something so brilliant. You pointed out that inflation is something we're all talking about. 8.5%. We got those consumer numbers today. That is devastating. And we all are in it together. And it's hitting vacations even harder.
Yeah, and with inflation and gas as well at an all-time high, what does this mean for our spring and summer getaways?
Well, unfortunately, Desiree, it means that it is going to be that much more expensive. New data from debt management app Tally shows that when you drill down, we had that 8.5% number. When you drill down to the vacation related things like airlines and hotels, month over month, we're looking at an increase of 20% and more. And year over year, 11%. So these numbers are real. So it's important to really focus on managing what we can control, and that is, the way that we travel and being smart about it. So for example, when you first start out, don't always go straight to the airlines. Think about how you're going to get there and what's going to happen as the trip progresses. It may make sense, for example, to travel by car. So not only do you save the airfare, especially if you have a bunch of people in your family, you also, once you're there, don't have to worry about an inflated price for a rental car. So think out of the box, think backwards, think forward, and really approach it in a constructive way.
Yeah, planning smart. And I mean, with, like you mentioned, inflation prices going up and impacting traveling, should we just swipe the credit card for upcoming travel plans?
No, you don't want to do that. You want to be strategic with your credit card. So yes, credit cards can be great for travel because they can provide insurance. We can also get points. So that is the temptation, and that can work if you don't have any credit card debt. But if you do have credit card debt, it's important that you manage it and pay it down. An app like Tally, which is actually at Meet Tally, if you look for the app, can help you do that in the most efficient way possible. When you get everything under control, then you can start planning the travel, because debt is something that you actually can control, and it's getting more expensive as we see those inflation numbers go up. So that should be a top priority before you start the spend. Stop the debt.
And is there anything else people can do to trim down on costs so that they can actually afford to have fun?
Well, you know what? This is a great time to visit friends and family. So think about a destination where you know people, where maybe you can stay with them and maybe you can reciprocate and have them come back and stay with you. Also think about traveling with friends and family. Maybe you look into an Airbnb or a Verbo instead of a hotel where you can get a large space. You can all be together and your per person cost is going to be a lot more manageable. So that's a way to do it. And as I said, again, think about the total cost. Think about your meals out. Maybe that's something, again, if you're an Airbnb or a Verbo, you can bring down the cost of those meals out when you travel. So you look at the total cost and really think about just enjoying a vacation. It doesn't have to be the trip of a lifetime, Desiree. It can be the trip of a post-pandemic time to just get out there. As you said, it's April. It is time. We're ready to get out there, and I want everyone to have the best time possible.
Yes, and is it smart to plan ahead? I mean, summer still seems kind of far away as we just welcome spring, but should we be really planning ahead in advance prior to making those vacation plans?
That is such an excellent question, Desiree, because we are always sort of have this worry that what if we lock in the price and it goes lower? The truth is, a lot of airlines still have a lot of flexibility in terms of canceling and rebooking. So know what the policy is wherever you lock in a ticket. Maybe it's not locked in, as I said. And then also know that we don't know what's going to happen with inflation. So at least if you lock it in, you know this is what I'm paying and I've got my costs under control, and you've booked something that you can afford. The truth is, we could have prices keep rising. We don't know. And then I would not want anyone to have that sort of, escape from them and no longer be able to afford a vacation that they can afford today. So if you can lock in those prices, know what your rights are in terms of your ability to adjust if the price does go down. And don't forget, Desiree, make sure you use every coupon code available to you. If you have AAA, maybe you're a senior citizen and don't realize it, because sometimes it's not 65, sometimes it's as low as 50. So check what you're eligible for: students, military, what have you, corporate codes. Use everything you've got. And of course, the browser extensions are great too.
Oh man, timely information for everyone planning to get away. Bobby, thank you for these tips. For more money tips from Bobby, you can follow her on Instagram at Bobby Rebel 1.